Hello homunculi, Katyvern here, and today I'm going to review yet another anime figure. Of course, it is from the anime Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And it's the 2018 Envy Nendoroid. This kind of isn't an unboxing, but at the same time it kind of is, because I did open this last night. Because I did get a little anxious over this figure being a bootleg, because well, let's just say the site I got it from is known for selling bootlegs. It's basically AliExpress. I got this thing for $70 on AliExpress. The seller said it was a genuine Nendoroid, so I just had to check it just to make sure. So let's just get this homunculus out here, shall we? Let's get the homunculus out of their little cage. And yes, I was just throwing random. Oh no, it ripped. Oh well. Let's get this little thing out and see the contents. Is that it? You see the box. Nice little details. Basically the poses you can get Envy in. Basically, one up here in the back. The default another pose you can do. You can even pair them up with Ed sometimes to have funny interaction like this. I guess in a way, Ed and Envy are somewhat a duo Nendoroid set, somewhat. And like I mentioned, since I got Envy in multiple plastics, that basically means Envy's basically an official Nendoroid. I mean, as you can tell by the box, it's also pretty official, except to the slight damage this box suffered. But yeah, 1013. All right, let's get him out and about, shall we? There we go. And yes, I already took off the plastic on Envy, like I mentioned, with them. So yeah. I hate this. I'm just going to say this. Envy's my absolute favorite character in Fullmetal. Hate me all you want, but Envy's my favorite character. I don't know why. I just love this little Ebby freaking lizard thing. I just love this homunculus. And honestly, I kind of wish Fullmetal had more articulated figures that aren't. Also, this kind of brings up a little subject I personally would like to bring up. I kind of wish Envy, more Fullmetal Alchemist characters got articulated figures that aren't really, chibi-fied like this. I don't mind the Nendoroid, but it's just like the fact that Nendoroids are kind of spendy, as like I mentioned, I got mine for this guy for $70. And I got, in comparison to Al and Ed, which I got for around 20. The Al and Ed I got hang on my shelf, I got for around $1 to $20. Around that. So, yeah. But yeah, here's Envy's Nendoroid. And the reason why I got this is also because it's the only articulated figure of Envy, in which I wish companies can make some of the articulated figures of the homunculi. I would love to see that. Also, I'm a little shocked that Envy's the only homunculus who got an Nendoroid. Honestly, I was kind of expecting Luz to get one too, but she's only got a Funko. Kind of weird. Certain lines, there's only one homunculus. Weird. But anyways, enough rambling about how certain Fullmetal Alchemist characters should get figures. Better articulated figures, since the only other figure of Envy that actually exists is the figure builder, and I don't really want to get a figure builder. Let's be fair here, because the only reason why I got the Monster Hunter ones because they're the only figures of the monsters that they got. So yeah, let's get back to the reviewing on this guy. Sorry about my rambles. So let's see the accessories they come with. They come with their little alchemic homunculus lightning. I don't know what to call it. So I'm calling it the alchemic homunculus energy. Every time they, technically shapeshift or use an attack in Brotherhood. Or regenerate. Let's take some tape off. That makes sense why they would have tape. Not gonna lie. Let's see their little little mini accessories. Little fist. And yeah, I'm keeping them in the box simply I'm keeping her in the box simply out of the fact that so many accessories. Another fist. And yes, I will throw around pronouns for Envy because Envy is technically genderless in Brotherhood, so it don't matter. It don't matter to me. It don't matter. Here's their hand. What makes it different from the others? Guess it's just a little bit more clothes, I guess. Maybe if we're placing her hand on their hip. Maybe. Here's one of the faces you have. Their angry face. And then their memeable what the fuck face. Freaking love. I love the accessories to this. This is honestly pretty funny. The faces are my favorite. The faces are one of my favorites. Here, let's have Envy watch. There, Envy's gonna be in there for a while because we're just looking at accessories at this point. I never reviewed a Nendoroid before, so this is also another new experimental video. One where their arm is bent. Alright. And, one where another bent arm one. Oh, their hands don't have articulation. That sucks. Well, then again, Emmy's got plenty of articulation either way. Let's see the legs. A bent leg with, of course, it's obviously meant to be the right leg, obviously, because the homunculus birthmark on their thigh. And, of course, the left leg. Hopefully, switching their body parts will be better than Pred Aliens from the last video. Because I was struggling hard with that one. I was struggling. I think I still am struggling, too. So, right, well, let's see about this one. Alright, let's change their hands into a fist. This looks like the right hand, so pop this baby off. Come on. Ow. That looks super painful on you, Envy. There we go. They have a fist now. Aw, they want to give you a pro fist. A fist bump. Alright. One hand's been done. I need to put your hand back on. Give me your hand. Sorry. I'm just really passionate about this one right now because Envy is my current hyperfixation of a character. If you know what I mean. Like, I am so hyperfixated on this character. It's basically unreal. Alright, let's experiment again. Let's try the other side, since the first one went so... Oh no, your arm! And, yeah, the jar. And, oh no. Oh well. This one's a struggle. Okay. Okay, it's slowly coming off. It's slowly. Here we go. Sorry, Envy. I have to take your hand off. Uh-oh. Little fuck up on the hand. That was a little bit of a fuck up. I don't think it's noticeable. Hmm. Let's go. Another fist. They're giving you another fist bump. Probably on your face, most likely. You can put them in many poses. That's a cool part. Also, there is articulation at the hand, so yeah, you got a little lucky there. Their arms came off, but don't worry. They'll pop right back on. If this was a bootleg, also being honest here, if this was a bootleg, it'd be much worse. So, yeah. Nendoroids don't really, stick well together. Also, be careful when you're putting your arms back on Envy. They seem to have a bite. Also, you can also decapitate them if you want to, too. If it makes things easier, you could decapitate them. Decapitate! And, yeah, there's also a, where did I put their stand at? Oh, right there. See, there's also another one in there. I will put them on their stand, so, yeah, no, I'll put them on their stand later in the video, but for now, you can take them off. Another, you can put their hand on, I think. You can put them on all sorts of poses. The articulation is pretty good. Also, by the paint job of this Nendoroid, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, Nendoroid is pretty good with their paint job for the most part. Especially when it comes to the, more chibified. I'm still surprised Envy got a Nendoroid, honestly. They're not really that well liked in the fan base as of recent. Alright. I'm keeping Envy's head off so that way it's easier to replace their arms. Yeah, you can do that. The iconic little pose. Let's see. Come on. Here we go. See? You can get them in that little pose. Oop. And yeah, their bottom does come off too. Also, what I like about this, it's got a little butt sculpted in. Got a nice little butt. Butt. I'm sorry for my poor sense of humor. I'm just, like I mentioned, I'm just really passionate right now about this. Alright. Looks like they're about to do a jutsu attack. But if we put their head on, just pop it in, pop it back in. Come on. Envy, don't make things hard for me, buddy. I know you're a little shiphead, but come on. You could have them thinking. See? Alright, let's take off again. Alright. Whee! Envy's arm went flying! Alright, I don't need to take their head off this time for this, but you can also take off their leg. Yep. Oh well, I put that on. Their little skirt. I didn't know their little skirt came off. And I did not realize this, but their little weird skirt thing in the Nendoroid form, it only has a slight slit. So it's not like I actually thought it was like a weird tunic where it's like, you know, one side has the cloth and the other side has it. Apparently it's almost a full skirt. It's almost a full skirt. That's funny. Actually, that's kind of funny, actually. I never thought that way. Alright, let's see if we can take Envy's, pop Envy's leg off. Alright, this is the leg. I can see what people are complaining about now. It's hard to fit their leg back on. Oh no, now my hand's bleeding. Probably need to pause this for a slight minute. Okay, back. No, do not take Envy's legs off. It will be... It's an effort. It's an effort to get their legs back on. Don't, just try not to replace the legs, okay? You can't really get them in a good... Yeah. Because I tried switching their legs. Doesn't really work. I don't know. I'll probably do this off screen, but I realize it would probably waste too much screen time, so I'm not even gonna bother. I did not realize that Envy's skirt was almost full-on skirt. Skort, or whatever. I did not realize the skirt part of Envy's skirt was technically almost a full-on all-around. I thought it was like a more tunic thing, where it's just like one side was there and then the other side. No, it's not. Alright, Envy, let's get your torso back on. A little too much excitement. Can I even get you back on? Yeah. Oh, I almost decapitated them. Oh well, I think it just makes things easier to pop back on. Or not. Thing about Nendoroids. They are know about Nendoroids. They are not that easy to reassemble. Or unless I got a bootleg, I didn't even know it. That might... You're coming home with me. Oh, wait, unless I put it on the wrong side. Does that fit better? Yes, that does. I am really dingy. Bad personality trait. Alright. They're back together. And yes, they do have they have a nice articulation at the legs. And that's the thing. The articulation's good, but yeah, considering, you know, it does tend to fall apart. Obviously. Because, you know. I'm probably going to give the articulation a, maybe a 6. I'm not really a big fan of the articulation of Nendoroid. I'm not really a fan. Yeah. Personally, I'm not a fan of the articulation of the Nendoroid. And also, flaw of the sculpt of Envy, specifically, I believe. This... I know it's part of their character, but, this looks super fragile and could snap at any moment. So, definitely recommend for more of display, even though I'm going to use them for Kaiju Mash, unfortunately, because, like I mentioned before, Envy has no better articulated figure. And you can switch your face. Cursed image. Alright. let's switch on from that face to this face. Because honestly, this is the most memeable part of the Nendoroid. Here you go. And also a little bonus, you can technically get two because little Wormby. Look at them. They're so tiny. It's a little tiny lizard. Size comparison. For a size comparison. Alright, let's get to the sand part, which I have not opened. Should have checked that, but honestly, I didn't want to open it too much. So let's open this one up. I'm probably gonna put that one back in its respectable box, though. All right. You're gonna get jabbed, Envy. You're gonna get jabbed. Oh no! Oh no! Oh. Hang on. Let's get... This Nendoroid does not want to work with me. I'm only going to get a Nendoroid if there is no other figure available for that Nendoroid. I mean, you can't put them under stand, otherwise they have very poor balance. Which is why I want an actual figure of Envy instead of a Nendoroid. Because Nendoroids suffer from quite a bit of issues. Like that. And Nendoroids have big balance troubles, and especially with Envy, due to imagine how top-heavy they are. They are rather top-heavy. There we go. They actually freaking snapped. Well, can't really center them properly, but... Hey, it's my first Nendoroid. Don't kill me for this. But yeah, you can put them on their stand. Do all sorts of weird poses. They're floating. They're getting backnut. Play music. What? Wow. I'm floating. What the hell? Alright. But I would have to say the articulations, like I said, is a 6. It tends to fall apart rather easily, and that's a typical Nendoroid problem. You can't really do much about it. This is why, like I mentioned, I'm not going to repeat myself that much, but like I mentioned, more Fullmetal Alchemist characters need full-size, articulated figures, very similar to the Ed and Al I reviewed earlier. The loyal subjects, Al and Ed, I reviewed much earlier in the year. But yeah, but yeah, it's rather a good figure anyway. It's a paint job and sculpt work. Sculpt work is a 8 out of 10. And, well, of course, the paint job is 10 out of 10. So, the best part about this figure, paint job. Paint job. And the only reason why it's an A is, well, obviously, that's the Envy problem. That's an Envy problem, not really any other Nendoroid, so... yeah. So, in total points, that would be... 14... 24 out of 30. For this guy, for this little homunculus. And now, which is not bad, but honestly, I think I would much prefer a full-on loyal subject styled figure of Envy. But unfortunately, no one has made that yet. So I'm still keeping my fingers crossed for that. I know I said I wouldn't repeat myself, but goddamn, I want that kind of figure of Envy. Because it would probably be better for those who are on a budget, who want the homunculi. In summary, like, I want, like, the homunculi to get figures like that. Like I mentioned, I want them to have articulated figures very similar to loyal subjects and an owl. They are very fun figures for those on a budget. And honestly, I would love to see if loyal subjects can do that with the homunculi. But so far, this is not bad. I just wish there was more articulation figures for Envy. I'm just very much like that. Sorry about my ranting. Now, that since I got Envy, in the jar you go! Struggle! I got them. Wait a minute. You go in there too!